I promised you all that I would at least give you a glimpse of what the scars look like. And that's what I'm going to do. I said I was going to be open and honest. I've talked about the price. Now I'm going to talk about the scars. All right, it's been 60 days since my trip to Tijuana for my boob, tummy, and butt job. Whew. What an experience. So I'm going to tell you about it, but it's almost like unless you're actually going through it, the experience you have to really have for yourself. But for those who are looking to do it, I am going to be open and honest and tell you as much as I can about this. So you know that 60 days ago, I actually had my surgery, didn't know what to expect coming out of it. But I came out and I had cuts from under my breast from here to here, and then they do a cut from here to here to do the lift. So pretty much my breasts were taken apart. My nipples had to be put back on and sewn back up. But it's healing quite well. I don't think I can't show you the nipples because that would be rated X or something. So this isn't that kind of movie. But I also wanted to show you the things that I came home with, because people talk about fajas and you wonder what exactly is a faja. I got that question a lot too. What is a faja? Well, really a faja is a compression garment, and you start off with one that's a lot larger than where you're going to end up. So my very first time I had this actually is my second faja. I had one that was extra large at first, and as I was in Tijuana, that one got too big. So I asked the doctor to bring me another one, which he brought me this one. These things are very hard to get on because you're pulling, and then you want it to be as tight as possible to get that compression. So there are clips here, you kind of clip those on and you make it as tight as possible. As you can see, this one is a little raggedy right now because I think this is meant for like skinny thigh people, and I don't have skinny thighs. You can see this right here. Those aren't skinny thighs. So it seemed to be cutting off my circulation. So I started cutting it myself. I cut here, and then this butt just started tearing up. But I wore this every night to bed. And this is your first garment that you have to wear for the first 30 days. And then you go to level 2. So level 2 gives you less compression. And so then you have this right here is a level 2 compression right here. So you have your thighs, and then it comes up to here. I think that these are meant for long torso people. This is actually a problem I had. So if you have a shorter torso, you will probably have this problem too. It was cutting underneath my breast. So my very first time, I got this opening and it kind of freaked me out. And I sent my picture to my doctor. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm bleeding. I don't know what I need to do. Do I come back to Mexico? And his response, it was, oh shit. And then that really freaked me out. And so he told me to go and get some pads that had silver in them. And I didn't know what he was talking about. So I went to the store and I got some pads to be able to use. And I did that. I kind of doctored it up. I would spray it with antibacterial spray to make sure I cleaned it well. And then I would just wear that every single day. And it healed very well. I never had any problems after that. But that is something to be careful of because this will kind of start to go under your breast if you are a short torso person like me. So I have very long legs, but not a lot in here. So that's my first garment. This is a second one here. And then this is one I would wear during the day when I started going back to work, because you have to have that compression. Otherwise it starts to feel like you're getting some swelling going on. So this is the second one right here. And it does the same thing. It's clipping on the side and you have to unsnap it to go to the bathroom. The good thing about this one, so about these is you don't have to take them off to go to the bathroom because you got this opening right here. Same thing with that. This one you'd have to snap it to be able to go to the bathroom or be able to move it to the side to go to the bathroom. This one right here is one also that you can wear during the day. I like Mirena. I'm not selling for Mirena or anything like that. They don't know this, but I find their products to be excellent products, and they are made in the United States. So I like that too. And then this one right here is just one for your upper body that goes under your breast. And they always have like several areas in case, depending on the tightness you need on them, because you really want them to be as tight as possible to hold yourself in. And then you have your special bras too. So I have special bras you have to wear throughout the day for the compression. You can't lift your hands up too high, because with the breast implants, if you lift, it moves, and you want your breasts to drop. So they drop and they fluff out. The doctor told me this week that I can start doing 10-minute massages. So I told Henry, I'm like, oh, I got to do my 10-minute massages. He goes, Serena, that's a little bit too much information right there. So I'm like, well, you can try to massage him, but he didn't bite. So I don't know what to do because I've never massaged my breasts, but I just kind of rub them. And so he says I'm rubbing my breasts all day. But that's what you have to do so that you don't build up the scar tissue. It's kind of to loosen that up. And I think they're actually looking pretty good right now. And then some days I'll wear this. I don't really like this because it's rubber, so around my belly it makes me kind of sweat. But you can make this very tight too, just to give yourself some compression. Creams. This Arnica cream is a healing cream to help with the swelling and the scars too. So this you can rub on at least 3 times a day. So I take this and just kind of rub it around, rub it through my back. I have a spot on my arm because I had liposuction on my arms too. So there's a spot right here under both arms. So I'll rub it on there, and then there's a spot on my back. I rub it on that to help with the swelling and so that I don't get fibroids. Or not fibroids, oh gosh, what do you call that? Scar tissue. So that I don't build the scar tissue up. And keloids, that's the word I was looking for. So that my skin doesn't keloid, because oftentimes women of color, African American women, will build scar tissue, which keloids, and it's a scar that sticks out on your body. So that is to prevent the keloids on there. And the other thing I like too is a plant. So this right here is a leaf from an aloe vera plant, and it really does help with the healing process. So all I do is I cut off the plant and squeeze it. So when you squeeze it, see if I can get it out of there. You get this slimy gel here. No, it's not semen. But you do get a slimy gel, and I take that and I rub it on my breast, I rub it on my scar here, and I actually use this on my face too because I think it helps for aging. So I take aloe vera and put it on with my day cream and rub it on my face. But this is a very natural healing that you can have. And I also said that I would talk about the price. Everyone wants to know, how much does this cost, Sabrina? Well, my flight to Tijuana was $433 one way, so I think that was pretty not that expensive. And that was even for first class. And I stayed 2 nights in a 5-star hotel there. That was probably about $133 a night for that 5-star hotel. And then from there I went to the hospital. And my total for my hospital stay and my recovery house, which was supposed to be 10 days initially. That was for my breast job, my tummy tuck, and for taking some of the fat and putting in my butt, was $13,500. Mine ended up being a little bit more than that because I stayed for longer than 10 days. So I probably paid a little less than $15,000 cash. So I think there are ways so you can do some credit, but I didn't do the credit. I just paid the cash. And for the recovery house, I actually took cash to pay them because it was going to be extra if I paid by credit card. And the cash that went to the doctor, you have to wire that ahead of time. So $11,500 I had to wire to the doctor ahead of even even arriving there to make sure that they had the money for the surgery. Now I will tell you that I checked here in town for just the breast job, and with the augmentation and a lift here in town, it was going to be close to $10,000. So for a little less than $15,000, I got everything. So before I would have had a breast job, but then my belly wouldn't have been where I want that to be. So I'm happy I went to Tijuana, because people were like, oh my gosh, you're going to Tijuana, you're gonna die. No, they were very nice to me in Tijuana. They took care of me. The doctors checked on me every single day. The nurses was 24/7 in the recovery house. If there was anything that they saw that was wrong, they would alert the doctor that, you know, maybe there was an opening that shouldn't have been there and what they needed to do, and they would take care of that right away. I actually felt better in Tijuana knowing that they were taking care of me than when I came home, and to find out that if I did have a problem, that no doctor would probably see me because I had it done in Tijuana. So that is something to keep in mind too, that if you're going to go there and you're going to have such an extensive procedure, that you stay for a while. I didn't come home with my bag or anything like that, the tube. I didn't come home with that. That was already taken out before I got home. I would like to show a little bit of my scar. I'm not going to show you all of my scar, but I would like to show a little bit of it. So my scar is right here, and I'm going to come down and show you. Can you see that? So that's my scar right there. And I actually think they did a pretty nice job for that scar. It's a straight line, and for not quite 60 days, it's actually doing quite well. So that will even get better and disappear more where you won't be able to see it. My belly button is right here, and that had to be, that's my new belly button that they did, and that's doing well too. And as you can see, I'll just put this down so you can see. This is what my mixed section looks like now. And I'll turn around so you can see my back. And as you can see, there's no back fat there. And then right down here, I don't know if you can see this right here, there was a little pudge of fat, and that was lipo out. So there's no, fat was taken out, and then fat was taken out all around here. And then for my breasts, we've already talked about those scars, but you can't really see them. They're underneath my bra there. But I am right now a full D cup, which I was not before going into the surgery. And I'm not going to take this off, but I'll show you. So as you can see, I have filled out my D cup now, and this is Victoria's Secret 36D, and maybe I need a 34D because I actually had to go all the way to the last one to clip that, so don't have, if I get smaller through here, it's going to be too big. But I am happy with what Dr. Luna and Dr. Ochoa did for me in Tijuana, Mexico. I would go back in a heartbeat to be able to have these results. Yeah, and another thing is my outfits. So I did order clothes that were a size lower than where I was. So I went in wearing a 14 when I started surgery. I'm actually ordering a 10 now. The 10s are a little bit tight, but I can get into 10s before, I don't even know when the last time I was in a 10. And the swelling hasn't gone down completely. But putting on those clothes now, I'm like, dang, that looks good, girl. So I'm talking to myself in the mirror, whereas before I'm like, ugh, I don't really like this. Oh, my belly, I don't like how my belly is sticking out right here. I don't like how this is right here. Now, since I've been back, I have not put on an outfit that I did not like. So it just changes that for you. Everything, and when I say everything, everything fits good. It doesn't matter if it's the $9.99 outfit or the $999 outfit. Cheap fits good, expensive fits good. And I can put on anything and be like, okay, Sabrina, you are rocking that outfit. I even got this white jumpsuit that flares out. I'm like, that mug is bad. So I'm going to wear that this summer. And I had my birthday. Oh my gosh, my birthday was May 3rd. And so I did this thing where I wore formal dresses all day long. So I went from a red formal to a blue formal to a black formal, from Louboutin shoes. And I actually wore the Louboutin shoes all day long. But everything fit good, and I felt good. So the clothes to me are a big deal, because when you have clothes on that feel good to you, you feel good. And I have never been able to say that everything I tried on, I just absolutely love. So that's one of the benefits of having this surgery, is everything fits well. Let's talk about this too, because when I went into my surgery, the doctor did let me know that this isn't a permanent change, that I can actually mess this up myself. Not him, but I can mess it up. And what I mean by mess it up is that I could come home and get back to old eating habits and gain weight back. But he said the weight that I would gain back would not be in the same spots. So maybe like before, my weight went to my hips and not necessarily my midsection, even though I did have some weight in my midsection. Now it may go more to my midsection. In my mind, I thought of it as going to my neck. So I'm like, oh God, my neck's gonna be big. I can't walk around like that. So I just pictured myself as being this crazy figure if I didn't eat right. So I came home and I pretty much have changed my eating altogether. I eat fish, mainly fish, chicken, very little wheat, red meat, even though I do like a steak occasionally. I completely removed pork from my diet. I don't eat any pork anymore. Caffeine, I took out the caffeine. I just went cold turkey on the coffee, and that was just, I don't think I had to do that. I just wanted to do that, so I took the caffeine out. I drink lots of water. Now for your first 60 days, you can't drink any alcohol anyway, so I've not had one swig of any alcohol, wine or anything, no alcohol at all. I am able to start a little bit next week, but I don't even think that I'll be drinking kind of like I was before with alcohol, because I want to remove that too, because alcohol retains water and reduces your metabolism. So if you're going to have this, I think you have to make a commitment to change your lifestyle, to change your eating habits, to exercise more, to be able to maintain it. Because I think that's a lot of money to put out to then come back and eat burgers, french fries, ribs, and just not care, because the weight is going to come back, and it's going to come back differently, and you're not going to like the results of that. So mentally, you have to be prepared for not only the surgery, but for the lifestyle change that you're going to have. Now for me, it wasn't that hard to make that easy jump over to say I'm going to give up some of these things, because I was already, I would think, semi-eating healthy. So I just had to make another jump to say, I don't want the extra oils, I don't want the extra salt, I don't want any fried food. I'm going to eat my salads, my leafy green, my bananas, and take my vitamins. So that's something that you really need to think about if you're going to have the surgery. Can you also come back and eat right and change your lifestyle? I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. I'm going to do a 90-day follow-up. So any questions you have, please send them my way so that I can make sure that I am answering those questions for you, because I want to be as open as I can be. I have had people reach out to me and say that they appreciate how open I have been on these channels. So on this channel. So please make sure that you tune in, you subscribe, and I will get back to you in 90 days.